going on, everybody? It is week 6 of Duffs to Darts weekly check-in. So if you are tuning in for this for the first time, I'm not a professional. I'm a normal guy who has a job that's an hour from my house. So I listen to a lot of podcasts to and from work. Um, I live in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, so right now it is winter. It is cold. I can't get outside to practice very much. I've got 2 kids, and practice is hard to come by. It's hard to find it in. So the whole idea of the Duffs to Darts is I want to lower my handicap from a 20 to a 10 in 10 months, as low cost as possible because I have a family. I don't have $1 million to spend to join a club, to get super expensive products, to hire different coaches. So I kind of have to use the internet to my advantage. So hence, weekly vlog on the internet, right? So, first things first. Last week, when I did the week 5 check-in, I highlighted some people who reached out to me that I just want to let them know that it meant a lot. I actually had somebody reach out to me today. It was unexpected. So his name is Mark, and I got a friend request from him on Facebook, and I saw the name and I didn't recognize who it was. I saw that we weren't part of any of the same group, so I marked me as I kind of black holed it. I just ignored it because Facebook is full of stuff like that. But I looked in my Facebook Messenger and I saw that he messaged me, and we're just kind of talking back and forth. And it's just another person who's similar to me in my situation, where they work, they've got wife, they have a girlfriend. Sorry, they have a girlfriend, they've got a job, they don't have 1 million hours to practice. He said that he tries to get to the range once a week and play about a round a week. He's in Texas. So I'm glad that my vlog is helping other people. It's kind of inspiring other people. He mentioned that he wants to do the 100 swings a day that I've been doing. Humble brag, another week without missing a single day, but we're going to touch on that in a minute. But the part that meant a lot to me is that, somebody that works with his girlfriend who has been watching the vlogs had said, hey, you should check this out. It's something that might appeal to you. And that he said that he was nervous to reach out to me because, in the world of creepy people on the internet, it's really weird to reach out to somebody and send them a message if you don't have any mutual friends in common. He felt kind of stalkerish to reach out to me. Mark, I want to let you know that I do really appreciate you reaching out. I enjoyed talking to you tonight. We can definitely continue talking in the future, especially golf-related stuff. But if you're watching this, you're like I am, you have the addiction of golf that is never going to go away, so you might as well have a good support group as you look over my shoulder and I have the 2015 Players Championship on, because even though I already know who won, I'm still going to watch it again if I can. So, Mark, I appreciate the message. If anybody else has any reservations about wanting to reach out to me, the DMs are always open. Don't worry about it. I'm not creeped out by it. I may not accept your friend request on Facebook, but, we'll talk. So that was that. Practice-wise, basically the 100 swings every night. Things are kind of picking up in our household as far as activities go with our kids. So we just signed our daughter up for gymnastics on Saturday mornings. So that is an hour and a half of getting her ready, getting her there, the hour of gymnastics, and then to come back. That's practice time lost. I don't want to say it's lost. It's a waste of time. It's for my daughter. I enjoy doing it, but that's time to negotiate. I spent that time this week actually reading, one of the single greatest books of all time, the Tiger Woods book. If you guys haven't read it, start reading it. I'm about halfway through. It's awesome. But I read that, and 2 other dads that were there actually, they're golfers, so we're talking golf for a little bit. We have that going on Saturdays now, going forward. And my son on Thursday nights, he's got baseball hitting camp. So my kids are 6 and 4. They're young. They require a lot of attention. So those are periods of the week that I have to negotiate time to practice. We'll work around that, but that's kind of the whole concept here. But what I did do is I did more work in the hallway. So I'll put up some stuff right now. We worked in the hallway. I did that game that I talked about when I did the simulator round, where I set up a hole, or so in this case it's the putt out, and I chip to it and try to putt it into the putt out within one putt. So up and down practice. If I don't make it, it's no good. So I did that, and then I did some long lag putting, hit the camera a couple times.
Stop biting me.
Glad I didn't break my phone. So that was basically it with practice. It wasn't anything crazy. I started using my mat to hit off of again, the little square thing I talked about in another check-in, because I'm hitting the carpet and I'm afraid I'm going to rip off a long seam of it, and I don't want to replace that. So you'll see right here, I had a lot of dust on my old sand wedge. I was just hitting, swing after swing after swing. The 100 swings kicked a lot up, but I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot better with my balance. I mentioned that before. I feel like my swing speed's picking up, just out of the constant turning and working on the motion. If you are trying the 100 swings a day, I suggest, if you're just starting out, to start with like a pitching wedge or a sand wedge, something a shorter iron, and do maybe 3/4 swings, and then kind of work your way up to like longer irons where you're going to take a longer, faster swing, just so you don't hurt yourself. I've noticed that lately I've been starting to get a little bit of soreness in my back because I was doing longer irons for a couple of days and I was over swinging a little bit. My fault, shouldn't have done that. So tonight, as we have a lot going on, my wife, she makes like cakes and cookies and stuff. So she's got a fun order that's adult related that she's working on right now in the other room. I'll put up our conversation, part of it right here. If you watch with your kids, I'm not going to say what it is, but you're going to be able to read right here what she's making. It's for a bachelorette party. So she's working on that right now. And we're doing the vlog, and it's 8 o'clock Central Time right now. I just put my kids into the room. They're watching cartoons. The time for the 100 swings just isn't there. I don't think I'm going to start doing them on Wednesday nights. I think vlog night or check-in night will be an off night, so just kind of give my back and my arms and body a chance to recover. Normally I do cardio that day at the gym, so balances out. The last thing I want to share, as we're at 7 minutes already, almost 8, I make no secret about it. I'm involved with Golficity. That's kind of how I started doing a lot of this golf stuff that I do. I've been writing with them for a year, and every week I listen to the Golficity podcast. I really enjoy it. They inspired me to kind of do this vlog because they're normal guys. They have normal jobs. They're not professionals, but they just want to get involved in golf and help other people just like them. This week, they had a guy on who, coincidentally enough, actually is right out by me. Yeah, his name is Kyle Aldrich. I'm probably butchering his name, but he's actually a Golf Digest top teaching professional under the age of 40, and his indoor facility is literally 20 minutes from my office. I had no idea. They had no idea. I reached out to them today and told them. So it's episode 259. I'll put the link in the description here as well to check that out. They have their YouTube as well, so you can watch the episode on that. So, like I said, the link will be, below. But he's a top 40 teacher, so he was talking about making the most of your practice, practicing effectively and efficiently with the time that you have, for people like you and me who don't have hours and hours and hours to commit to practicing, to make sure that what you're doing is effective. And without touching too much on the episode, one thing that he mentioned is, so many times, I'm guilty of this, sometimes I'm sure you are too, players or recreational players, we go to the range, and what's that one club that you hit all the time? You just pound it constantly. It's probably the 7 or an 8 iron, if I'm taking a guess, right? Right, hand up if you're right. Yeah. So he was talking about that, and he gave an example of a player he works with, and he said, how many times do you really hit that around? Like, how often do you really hit it? A lot? Or what are the ones you work on more? So he's kind of talking about making the most of your practice. Like I said, the video link is below, so check that out. But afterwards, he does these online seminars where he teaches, via a app that you can download. it's like the Zoom app. It's basically like a video conferencing. So I reached out to him, retweeted something on Twitter. He reached out to me. We talked back and forth, and he invited me to his seminar. I'll just put some little clips up here without doing too much because I don't want to steal his stuff. But he's definitely really worth checking out. I'm going to put a link to his website as well. But for cost effectiveness, if you're looking to get a coach, because if it's in your price range, if it's in your bracket, get a coach. There's only so far you can get without a teaching professional. I know that. The experiment here is to see how far I can go without one at a low cost. But if you are looking to bring a coach in, even if you're not in the area of work where Kyle is, you can do his online website. So check that out there. But that's it for this week. I don't want to go any further. Thanks for checking out this week's Duffs to Darts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button if you want to. I don't really know what those do with YouTube. I'm still new with that. But hit subscribe so that way you know every week when I have new ones, and share with your friends if you think that this is helpful therapy for them as well. That's about it. Keep grinding, guys.